All right, we are now in lesson 3, and I think this is the right place for this. But what I want to do is I want to show you how to create what's called a modal. Okay, so I'm going to come into authors and books, and I'm going to start with books because that's kind of the basic one, right? And in books, I want to take my HTML page, and I want to adjust my ad so that this form, okay, isn't showing. Instead, there'll be a button that shows that says add form. And when they click the button, it will create what's called a modal. Okay, a modal is like a pop-up on the screen. I'm going to demonstrate how this works. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to take all of my code and I want to go back down and I want to open up my chat. And in my chat, I want to go back to my books.html. Let's see, I think it's down here. Okay. Here is books blueprint, and here is author blueprint, and here's my books template. So I'm going to open that up. All right, now I'm going to say convert this books.html template to use an add modal, M-O-D-A-L. Okay, and I'm going to hit enter, and we'll see if it can adjust it. So it's going to come in, button to trigger the modal. So there's your button, okay? And it's going to open up the add book modal. And then it's going to come in, and here's the modal for add book, okay? And then table to display all the books, update button, delete button. And these are opening them up to different routes and not modals, okay? So let's do the same. Let's do the same thing right now. We'll just say create a modal for delete and update also. Okay. And let's just see if it'll adjust it for those two also. So it's not changing anything in the book. Okay. And it's not changing, but then it comes down here and now it's adding the update. There's a button for it. And then here's the update modal. Okay, and then here's the delete modal. All right, now the cool thing is with the update and the delete modal, you don't have to have an HTML page for each of those individually now. Okay, so I'm going to copy that and let's just see how it looks. I'm going to go back to my PyCharm and I'm in my books. And I'm going to copy the whole thing. I'm going to select the whole thing. I'm just going to paste it in over the top of it. Okay, now my app is still running. Okay, so I'm just going to stop it and just run it again. Okay. I'm just going to see. All right. Now for my books, it works. There is no more form up here. Instead, it just says add book. So I'm going to click add book and it does this little pop-up. And the book name is The Treehouse. Page count 200, author ID 1. All right. And let's see if it works. All right. So it works. Okay. Now let's update it. Okay. Let's do a 2001 page book and click update. So update works. And now let's delete it. Are you sure what you want to delete? Delete the book. Okay. So that's how you use modal. Okay. So I can do the same thing for the authors. All right. So I'm going to go back to chat and I'm going to say, I'm going to close this one. And I think if I just open up the author template, okay. And make sure, yep, okay. All right, and I can say now change the author.html template to use modals also. So now it should come through and it should adjust this one to use modals also. Very nice. Goes through, it displays everything. It comes back down. It makes the button and the modals for all of that. Okay, so we have it and it's all done. I'm going to click copy. I'm going to go back to my PyCharm. I'm going to open up authors and I'm going to paste it in over there. Okay, now at this point, I have my authors and I have my books. I didn't have to make any adjustments to it, to base, but let me open up back to where it was. And here, refresh the book page. Okay. So here's my add book. I can go to authors and say I can add an author. So the first name for the author is Just Kidding. Okay, last name, click add. Okay, it adds. Let's test the update. Okay, and then let's go ahead and delete. All right, so that right there is how you would add modals to your different pages. So you can use a modal. I really like modals because it's a fun word to say. And now I can update both of these pages. Okay, now let's go into authors and see what happens when I hit delete. I'm going to delete that author. I'm going to come back over here to books and notice that that book is gone. Okay, that's interesting because authors, the author for that book was going to be deleted because we said update the update. So on delete cascade, it went through and deleted everything also. All right, so that is lesson number 3. Should be pretty easy. And in the next lesson, we're going to do a couple more fun things.